entertainment only. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, put the bell button on for more notifications to see moi and to see Sam. Okay, tell the people where they can find you.
Hey y'all, what's going on? You can find me on Instagram, sami.am32. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook as well. I try to keep myself all over the place, but yes, those are the main locations where you can find me.
Okay. So today we're really gonna talk on the TikTok ban and content creators versus 9 to 5 folks.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really finna crash out.
Don't.
And I'm really finna really go off on people, because if this ban has taught me nothing, it has taught me the amount of haters that will silently be watching your shit.
Yeah.
It's very much so giving monitoring spirit. But before we get into the content creators versus 9 to 5s, I want to really talk about the whole TikTok ban. It was very weird. Very weird.
Very weird.
This was not about data and China with the data. It wasn't about that.
You really have to understand that this China... No, it wasn't about data. It wasn't about China. It was about, I would say, control. It's more so about control. They tried to disguise the whole agenda behind data breach and national security,
Right.
where it wasn't really national security. It was somebody else hating from the other side, and you know who you are.
Right. And I just feel like there are tons of apps that use our data.
Literally.
Facebook being
Number
one at the top.
Number
You have
one.
Google, you have Instagram, you have Snapchat, you have so many apps already that are already using our data. So it really, for me, in my opinion, it just was like them fighting over who could get into the pot, who could get into the bank, who could get into the TikTok bank.
Pretty much.
And because he wasn't gonna sell, and they know that TikTok is really the #1 app out
Yes.
right now.
Yes, it is.
And they wanted a piece of the pie. I don't think it had anything to do with us. And I think one thing that people, especially over on TikTok, what we realized too was it opened our eyes to how they like to lie to us. And all these years of programming us to believe something is one way when it's really another.
Yeah.
It definitely opened my eyes to a lot. I know there was a lot of clips going around on TikTok of when the owner of TikTok, I'm not even gonna say, his name is Shu.
I don't want to miss...
Sorry.
You see?
Shu, I think his name is Shu.
I think his name is Shu. He
Or
was...
Shao. I'm not sure. I don't want to mess up his name. Let's just call him the owner of TikTok.
The owner of TikTok was under a lot of rapid fire from Congress, asking him particular questions where it's like, wait a minute, don't all these other apps utilize IP addresses?
It's just so weird. He said, wait, remember we had saw the clip?
Yeah, it was about the Wi-Fi.
I'm going to insert the clip right here. And then all of a sudden, bam, blackout. We blacked out.
Everybody was panicking.
Everybody was panicking. They was throwing TikTok funerals. Child talking about who going cook at the repast.
It was like a SpongeBob episode of like.
It was really funny, and it was so funny how content creators wasn't taking it
serious.
They were so unserious about the seriousness of it, and it made it kind of comical down to the very last minute.
Yep.
So the blackout was only 14 hours.
Yep.
12 to 14 hours.
Mm-hmm. But what happened is that if you notice, TikTok shut itself down before 12 a.m.
It was it started getting glitchy 8:30 p.m.
Yep.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
For us, and then all of a sudden about 10:30, 11 o'clock, we're like, damn, now we got to stay on Instagram. Mm-hmm. That's when Instagram got fun. I want to say about 2 or 3 scrolls, and then I was like, I'm getting out of here.
Well, if you notice with Instagram, as soon as TikTok shut down, Instagram's format was emulating TikTok's.
Yes.
So if you know, you know.
Yes. I also feel, and then the message that popped up was kind of like giving Trump his props, and so that everybody, once we get the app back, we could praise him for it. I felt like that post that popped up that said it's no longer in the U.S., I felt like that was strategic.
Very
Felt like
very strategic.
it was very much so given, this was planned, this was orchestrated.
What?
The blackout was strategic. I don't think they ever were really going to. I think they were working. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I think they were working really hard once Congress passed the bill and said that it was going to end on Sunday at 12 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were working really hard behind the scenes to come up with an agreement. So I think before the blackout, the agreement was already put in place. There's a lot of theories on TikTok on what happened. And all of a sudden, Facebook gets this TikTok. Facebook is now on TikTok.
Which only means one
Lord.
thing.
Like,
this guy,
if Meta gets involved in TikTok, the algorithm would never be the same. Nothing will ever be the same. I am telling you, the way people are going to abandon TikTok, I already felt like once it came back on, my For You page was out completely different. I started seeing people I've never seen before. I didn't lose any followers. Shout out to all my followers. I think it's over 41,000 followers I have. But I'm seeing people on my For You page I've never seen before. It's just random stuff. So I'm like, you know how you leave your house, you come back, and it's like, oh, somebody was here. Somebody was in my shit. My shit is shifted. My house looks different.
Somebody sleeping in my bed.
Yes. My bed, my bed.
Somebody sleeping
my bed.
Okay, so that's the feeling that we got when we went to TikTok and noticed the For You page algorithm was all out of whack.
It was.
People that we have not seen before. It started to
feel like Instagram, the For You page.
Yeah.
Started to feel like Instagram's For You page. But it was just randomness.
Literally. But the thing that makes you question this situation is because they were looking to ban TikTok because he refused to sell it. And now
but the crazy part about what gets me, it's starting to feel like a really narcissistic, abusive relationship we're having with the government and TikTok. Like with I guess the government and TikTok. Because it's like, how the ban, nobody was paying TikTok in Congress. The government was not paying TikTok any mind until Donald Trump brought it up. He's the one that initiated the ban. So to come back around and say, well, I don't have a problem with it. Let's just put it back in place. It's like, you started it. Then you want us to turn around and call you a hero when it comes to TikTok. It's just like, well, why did you start it in the first place just to say psych?
It was a setup. It was a propaganda setup to now put Trump in position for people to love him. More
people to love him.
More
because
people
obviously love him.
People love him, but it's adding to his cachet, pretty much.
Right.
Which is a huge plus, the fact that he did win the presidency, and now he's, quote unquote, working with TikTok. That's the information that is coming out right now. Not saying that it's actual facts. However, that's the information that's being pushed out right now, which is making him more of a likable person. So
to some people, because they were getting on there thanking him.
That's a political strategy.
But what really bothered me is the amount of small businesses, the amount of people that were going to lose money, go out of business,
lose opportunities,
more people being homeless, more people not being able to pay their bills. And that brings me to our main point on why we're here. Content creators versus 9-to-5s. You want to go, because I'm fitting to get in somebody's ass.
Well,
in a minute. I'll let you go first.
I'll go first. My thing about that whole situation is just pretty much people don't have anything else better to do rather than focus on themselves. They're focused on content creators and pretty much jealous of the fact that these content creators and entrepreneurs are finding ways to sustain themselves
Yes.
throughout this financial and fiscal problem, or throughout the times that they are having issues with their finances. They're
Yes.
figuring out a way that they can sustain their family, sustain themselves, sustain their livelihood, and continue pushing and moving forward to new heights. They're just jealous of the fact is that they don't have the creative thought process to come up with those ideas themselves. I just feel like it's a lot of hate and it's being misdirected.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
it's very unfortunate that it's happening because it's showing the hardship of entrepreneurship in this country. The fact that people have nothing better to do but to sit down, record themselves talking a lot of mess about people who are seeking opportunities rather than working for someone. They want to work for themselves. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's
Everyone
nothing
has
wrong
a
with
choice.
that. Right.
But I think it's a load of bullcrap that these people are taking their time out to chime in negatively about people who are trying to better themselves by betting on themselves. I just feel like it's a load of bullshit.
Yeah. So, I'm finna say my piece.
Go ahead. I know you
So
got a lot.
I want y'all to put away your kids.
Oh, she about to curse.
If
It's not
you
like that.
sensitive to cuss words,
Well,
you
I
might
did
want to
say
catch
bullshit.
me. Yeah, you might want to catch me on the next video because
Catch me outside.
how about that? Okay, because I'm finna go in.
How about that?
I feel like this, as I said on Instagram, my story, as I said on TikTok.
Yeah,
and
you
they
went
brought it
in.
back. I went in.
You went in. It was very lengthy.
And I said, imagine with me, your mama going through 9 hard months of labor, contractions, maybe possibly a C-section, hours and hours of labor to give birth to a tired ass hater. That's what I said. That's what I said.
I know. I see it.
I also feel like this. Because I was going back and forth with a couple of people that said, well, this is just a few things that a lot of those hating ass losers had said. And I'm not saying a loser because you work a 9 to 5, because let's clock it. A lot of people that are content creators work 9 to 5s. They do Uber. They do Uber Eats. They do DoorDash.
They do Grubhub. They do
They
all
babysitting on the side. They're braiding hair. They're doing a lot of things on the side.
They being
So if you
musicians.
thought
They
that
playing.
just content creator was their whole job, there's content creators that do work at McDonald's, that do work at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Chick-fil-A. There's a lot of people to just think that content creating is the sole income for a lot of content. Like we have other sources of income.
Literally, this is...
Being here with y'all and getting and delivering content isn't our only source of income.
No.
So I feel like a lot of people that I was going back and forth with, I'm trying not to cuss, but I have to.
Well,
a lot of people
we
that
on
I was
YouTube.
a lot of people that I was going back and forth with, they were saying, "Oh, well, now you got to go out and get a real job. Oh, I don't see what the big deal is. It's just an app. I don't see what the..." But you're talking shit on another app. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why do you have your gutter snipe ass over here? So, and a lot of people that were also going back and forth with me, I see their Facebook pages. They're going on excursions, vacations. They're showing us pictures on Facebook. You low-key want to be a content creator. I see your YouTube links on your damn Facebook pages and on your Instagram pages in your bio. Why is that there? Why do you have that with your hating ass? Why is that there? So a lot of the times is giving, I wanted to pop off and be a content creator, but I didn't know how to step my pussy up. That's what it's really giving.
Ooh.
That's what it's really giving. It's giving, I don't have the recipe, I don't have the sauce.
The recipe. Shout out to Sir.
And I'm hating on someone else for doing what I want to do. Because I see a lot of y'all copy and pasting the same damn tired ass posts, stealing from other content creators, trying to make it your own, got blogger in the bio. Bitch, you're not a blogger.
Trying to get rid of water.
You're not a blogger. And you hate your 9-to-5 job. And there's nothing wrong with the 9-to-5 because most of us content creators have 9-to-5. Most of us work for other people.
Yep.
But we just found a loophole. We just found something that not only that we can get money from, but that makes us happy to do. So you sit your hating ass there silently watching other content creators, giggling and laughing with your tired, raggedy ass, giggling and laughing at content creators, not liking their shit,
Get 'em.
not sharing their shit.
Get 'em.
Sitting there,
Yeah.
laughing at their stuff just to turn around when something bad happens to them, just to turn around and go, ha ha, that's what you get, as if tomorrow your boss can't fire you. It's no different than a 9-to-5. The app that we're about to upload this video on right now could shut down tomorrow. Facebook, what a lot of y'all hating ass high school bullies that are washed are at.
Oh, wow.
Because that's where a lot of that is coming from. I could tell a lot of y'all were bullies. I could tell a lot of y'all don't have low self-esteem. Okay?
I mean, they have low self-esteem.
They got low
There
self-esteem.
you go.
Thought that if they would move to another town, they would become somebody. But you're not. You're still washed. You just moved a couple of states over. You're still that same washed human being that's jealous of people. And I realize people like that are not going to get anywhere in life.
Nope.
They will never be blessed because how dare you clown someone else's downfall? This is literally how people make their money.
Literally.
We can start with the amazing creator Keith Lee, for instance. The amount of small businesses that he has saved alone on his back. Him and his family. Other content creators too, but that's the only one that I could think of. The amount of small businesses that he alone has saved.
From going bankrupt.
From going under.
Shutting down. Closing the door.
It helps people with their medical bills.
Yep.
It helps people retire.
Not only that, it helps foodies find locations to
Right.
eat good food.
But this is my
So it's
thing.
like
How could y'all turn around
And hate.
and wish on someone else's downfall? I hope you never lose your job. I hope nothing terrible happens to you or the people in your household. And what irritates me, these will be the same people, like I said, with the YouTube in their bio, wanting people to subscribe. Nobody's subscribing to that shit.
Okay.
Doing all of that. Or they got the GoFundMe links. So we're gonna keep our content creating coins and not donate them to having your to getting your grandma a new hip. How about that? We'll keep our content creating coins to ourselves. We won't donate to the GoFundMes y'all keep throwing down our neck. So a GoFundMe, an app, and a website that could crash tomorrow. Facebook, an app, website that could crash tomorrow. All of these apps that y'all be talking shit on are apps and are companies that can tank tomorrow. You can go to work and they can say, hey, we have to let you go. Why? Because the company tanked. It's no different than having a 9-to-5. The amount of people that are even on the app Indeed that can't even find a job.
Speak on
So y'all talking about, y'all making fun of people. Y'all making fun of people not being able to pay their bills as if your broke ass is going to help pay their bills. To wish downfall on someone. To basically wish someone to be homeless. Because that's how people feed their families. I know people that have a 9-to-5 that got three jobs. don't even qualify for food stamps. Do y'all understand how this economy is?
Crazy.
Do you qualify for food stamps?
Nope.
Because I know I don't. And I know a whole lot of people that work 3 jobs that still don't qualify for food stamps, that still can't make ends meet. But you sitting, after you come off your 9 to 5 and you jump on these apps, y'all sitting there laughing at content creators' content.
Pretty much.
That you're not even paying for. That you're absolutely getting for free.
All we ask is for a like.
You're not sending donations, but a lot of these hating hoes, they won't like it, they won't share it, right?
They'll laugh at it, but they won't
like it and they won't share it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The people that like it and share it are not the ones that I'm talking about, right? But you sit up there. It just baffles me. It really, really just baffles me that I'm going back and forth with people that clearly want to be content creators. Somebody said, well, it's not like y'all didn't have a long time to prepare for this. Okay, so when your manager fires you tomorrow without notice, are you prepared?
All right, so we're going in right now because it's a lot.
It pisses me off.
It's built up frustration because of the fact that it was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary hate. Unnecessary hate for no reason.
Unnecessary hate, unnecessary behavior, and it just came off as just haterade. Just a lot of haterade. A lot of people sipping that right now. It's unfortunate. That's the type of communities that we are subjected to, unfortunately. But we do have those who support content creators. We do have those who are liking
and I appreciate you guys, and I thank you guys for that. But
sending lovely words, sending lovely comments, and this is the reason why content creators get the push to do that, because someone could be having a messed up day, have a death in the family, just lost their job, or something happening in their house. Just a smile, just the fact that...
You know how many people that have said that to me?
A lot of people have said that.
And I don't get paid big bucks on these apps. I don't get paid big, but I do it for the love. I do it because I do have a game plan. Whether you have a 9 to 5 or whether you're doing content creating full time, yes, you should always have something to fall back on, whether it be savings account, multiple savings account, another source of income. You should always have a backup plan, no matter what, especially in this economy. But to wish on someone else's downfall, I want to also touch on monitoring spirits. And I realize, especially, it happens a lot too on Facebook. What I realized, a lot of times people will silently watch you.
I hate
silently watch you, and you know how you could just feel.
Creepy. It's low key creepy.
It's like you could feel it.
It's creep feelings, literally, because it makes no sense. How are you constantly watching me, right? And you're following, but you're not sharing. You're not liking. You're not commenting. It's just like a ghost. You're just watching. What are you watching for?
Secretly watching.
What are you watching for, though? That's the thing.
And a lot of times there'll be the people that never believed in you. Sometimes it could be family. You know what I mean? Sometimes it could be people that you went to school with, people from your hometown, that are low-key jealous of you, but they want to watch you. And the only time they pop out is when something tragic happens. This is why, for me, I will never get on Beyonce's internet and post, "Pray for me and my family." Nope. Don't. Because my community, my village, the people around me will know to pray for me. Because you post that, a lot of people ain't praying for you. A lot of people are praying for your downfall.
Yep.
And the only time you hear from them, outside of when you hear from some people just begging, but the only time you hear from them is when you're in a dark place. Waiting, hiding in the bushes. Waiting for you to fall. Waiting for your demise.
Craziness.
And a lot of people that were hating on content creators, I don't believe content creators and entrepreneurs should hate on 9 to 5 people, because 9 to 5
No.
people also put money in your pockets. That's why I'm forever grateful for any type of support I get.
It all comes down to a decision, pretty much. Do you want to become an entrepreneur or a content creator or whatever it may be, or you would like to stay in a 9 to 5? It's all
that's
comes down to a
okay.
choice, and it's
That's
okay.
okay.
Everybody make choices, but we cannot hold people's feet to the fire for the choices that they make. We cannot judge people for the choices that they make. We just gotta do our best to peak game, do that head nod. All right, cool. That's what we're doing. That's
It's a
about
lot of monitoring spirits watching y'all, what y'all post, watching y'all where y'all going. They watching your pockets. That's why we talk about that often too. Where some people interact with us,
it. Yeah.
right? And I tell you this all the time. Why they think that we're rich? And like,
Right.
yes, we're rich. Rich. We have our health. We have a roof over our head. We have
We're
food.
rich in spirit, you know.
Right. I would love.
But we are rich in
But
spirit.
I would
so.
love to be as rich as people think that we are. Some people come up to us or just,
I
you
feel
know,
like-
you know what I'm saying,
I
and
feel
it's
like-
just like,
What y'all talking about right here?
uh,
Like, oh, y'all rich, y'all on, y'all on
and
TikTok.
it's like, yes,
you
it's
getting
like,
all these likes and everything. Got 1 million likes.
yes, they
and,
do it. They
and
do
your
it.
wife
that,
is doing your thing, doing her thing. You doing your thing.
Yes.
You doing music.
When I
Y'all
had,
both
like,
funny.
2.3
Y'all gotta have money. What?
2.3 million views does not equate
Bruh.
to 2.3 million dollars.
It ain't like that.
Like, I don't know what type of math you guys are.
They don't. But
The
it's
math
not.
is not mathing.
But it's
though.
not their fault. They come down. They come to the understanding of their perception versus reality. They see people on TikTok, on social media platforms, and they're assuming automatically that there are contracts being signed, there's money being sent, there's bank accounts being hit. No, it takes a lot of work.
It takes a lot of
in order to
work,
get
whether
to
you have
that
a 9 to
level.
5. I feel like even for content creators, we have to work twice as hard, especially the ones that do work for a living and do other things. So now it's like you got 2 jobs that you're juggling along with family, along with other things. You have to work twice as hard as
Yep.
being a content creator.
Have more energy.
Like the
twice as
camera
hard.
can never go off a lot of times. You gotta stay on it. Whereas a 9 to 5, you clock in at 8, you're out at 4 or you're out at 5. And that's it for the most part.
Yep.
It's not like that with content creating. You're forever having to push, stay in the algorithm. It's really hard. It's really a difficult job. And then you have a lot of celebrities that's just like so thankful that the TikTok ban had happened for, some odd hours. And it's just like jealousy.
Pretty much.
Because if they had popped on TikTok, if they were getting the views and the checks, they would not be talking.
It's because the reason why they're getting in their feelings is because I feel that a lot of these actors, right, are noticing that a lot of these content creators are gaining more notoriety than they are. And they're in film, they're at the theaters, they're at the galas and everything.
Yes, they're
But
being invited to red carpets.
everybody's talking about Kai Cenat. Everybody's talking about Speed. Everybody's talking about Drewski. Everybody's talking about like content creators literally
are taking
are
over.
taking over to the
So-
point where everyone wants to
collab
be
with them.
in a collaboration with them. You see the Kai Cenat doing how many days? It was 30 days
Yeah.
that he did. Everybody and their mama popped up on Kai Cenat. Why? Because of the fact is that he's putting in his efforts. He
Right.
believes in himself and he understands the assignment literally, and that's the only reason why that you see a lot of these actors are hating. Some actors are not hating like
Well, it's
like
actors.
Kevin Hart was there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
there's a lot of them that don't. But I'm talking about the ones that did speak out hating. I feel like some of the singers or celebs, if that's what you want to call them,
Let's call them artists.
that were coming out speaking out against TikTok and saying that the internet, content creating isn't real. They were just talking shit about content creators. I feel like those are the same people that like, how could those content creators make it? How could they have all those followers? How could they have all those views? How could they be on the same level as me doing this? So it's them in essence looking down on content creators to say they're in the same room as me and didn't have to do a little sucky on the side like I had to.
Well.
They're in the same room as me and didn't have to rob, steal, and sell their soul. To get in the same room as me, to rub elbows with the same people that I had to sucky for. You mean to tell me they did that on their own, with their own talent, on their own merit?
Hate. It's hate.
Hating.
Haterade.
And hating ain't never gonna be good for your blood pressure.
You ever see the
It's
Dave
not.
Chappelle? Hate. It's all hating, which makes
And I hate to use
no
that term
sense.
too,
Yeah,
because the term is very juvenile, but that's all I could think of.
Yes.
It is really hate, is envy, it's jealousy, it's
and we need to get past that. We need to really get past that because there is such an opportunity to collab with so many multiple different
Yes.
artists, entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
content creators, musicians, producers, and there was a lot going on TikTok. Information galore, information on everything.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I understand the frustration from entrepreneurs, from content creators, and from just creators from all walks of life, feeling the impact that TikTok was shutting down.
Yeah.
That's for the reason why there was over, I believe, Congress was saying there's over 170 million Americans that are earning a living through TikTok.
Yeah.
And that are
Billions
working.
and millions of dollars
millions
are
of
being
dollars.
made through TikTok.
And TikTok has created a source of income in the United States, which is creating jobs. It was creating jobs. People were getting paid. Not only people were getting paid, people were getting educated.
Yes.
People were getting informed because the
Yes.
news. You turn on Channel 7 or Channel 4, whatever news channel that you want to go to, you may not get the actual news. They're giving you what they want to give you.
About it, you
So-
could laugh on TikTok, cry on TikTok, be informed.
Pretty
It's
much.
research based. Talk about the recipes and the cooking. It's things
Not
that
only-
we're learning that I'm like, all my life I never knew that goes like that.
And not only that, Christianity was being pushed so hard on TikTok. It was a beautiful thing to see that a platform as massive as TikTok was promoting God, which you don't see a lot of on Instagram. You don't see a lot of that on Facebook. And as being a believer, that really resonated with me a whole lot. I was listening to different messages, listening to different worship leaders, and it really sat well with me that there was finally an app that allowed that culture to be pushed in the forefront on that platform. And that means a lot to a lot of believers, a lot of people that go to church, a lot of people that believe in Christ, a lot of people that pray. There was so many positive, motivative speeches, prayers being put on TikTok, and when I seen all these people hating on the downfall and laughing and applauding on the downfall of TikTok, it was like, okay, so what you're saying is that you want to keep promoting whatever that you want to promote on Facebook and Instagram, but forget about whatever you can promote
I have found
for God.
one of the best therapists.
Oh, hands down.
One of the best therapists
Hands
that has helped me in my household. I
Hands
found them
down.
on TikTok.
Hands down.
I found them on TikTok.
They are very, very skilled and very
Oh my God,
appreciated.
I found them on TikTok.
Appreciated to the utmost.
But I think that's all I really have to say. It's just a lot of hate, and I think just word. I'm just reaching out to y'all. I think a lot of y'all need to block those kind of people.
Yeah, no, you do.
Block those kind of people, that monitoring spirits that only want to pop up when something tragic happens. It's like, hey, look at me. It's definitely given. They didn't have attention as a child nor as an adult. So hey, look at me. I could finally be the center of attention, and we still don't care. We're still not paying them any mind.
Yep.
But block those people, because they are
Please.
monitoring spirits, and no matter the little things, even if you're not a content creator, the little achievements that you might post and share with the world, they're gonna hate.
Yeah, literally.
They're gonna hate. It's just so crazy. The amount of shade that certain people were
It's low.
posting, and I'm like, you and your mans could use some of these apps to promote your stuff. Like, you could actually use this. Oh, that's why you're not going anywhere.
Well, for those who
I don't
have
know.
ears to hear, hear. And if you know where that quote is, you know exactly what I mean. But that's how we feel
really
about
that
that.
on
Yeah.
that.
Is there anything else that you would
Just
like
I
to
want to
bring up?
thank every supporter. Like,
Yeah.
share, subscribe to my channel.
Hit the notification button
Yes, please share. Comment below. Let me know what you think.
and how you feel.
I think in this economy and the way things are looking, I think it will do us as a whole, as a community, a disservice to hate on each other.
Yeah,
We're just all trying to feed our families
I definitely
at the
agree
end of the day.
with that, and I second that motion. We need
Yeah.
to do a better job, as a country. We need to do a better job as
a
our community.
Yeah. As a
and-
village.
And as a village.
Do better.
Yeah, do better.
All right.
Thank you
I'm
so
out.
much.
Bye.